Guys, man, it sure is nice in the air conditioning with the fan blowing on me. So hey, anyways, just got back from work and I got this mountain of pieces and parts that have come in the mail while I was gone. And I figured, well, I might as well unbox them here in front of you and show you some of the stuff that I got going on. First of all, we're going to get this little package here opened up. And you know, if you follow the Marla, what do they call that? Playlist. You know, if you follow the Marla playlist, you've seen that that we have some problems with the fuel pressure gauge. Actually, the thing is spun all the way around, and you know, it still works, but it's past the I don't even know what you call that. Oh, it's beyond the scale, so really can't tell what the fuel pressure is. I know it's probably better than, you know, 40 psi, but I've been trying to find gauges and a good supplier for gauges because I'd like to be able to replace all the gauges that don't work in all the trucks. And man, they're salty. They're super salty. I bought this ISS Pro, and this is from 4-State, and it's a good looking gauge. The biggest problem is they're super expensive, and they're just base gauges. You know, this one was like 80 bucks, and it's really not an $80 gauge, but I do need one, and it's going to work out. And it is a black bezel. The rest of the gauges in that truck are black bezels as well, but this is a 100 psi fuel pressure gauge, and it's going in Marla. All right, we might as well. I mean, it's not rocket surgery, so we don't really need the instructions, but we might as well keep them with it. Let's see what else we got. Here you go, babe.
You put it on the ground beside you.
All right, this box, I already opened it last night because I couldn't remember what was in it, but this box is just basically parts. These are horn parts for Candy. These are Grover, and I don't remember the part number, but these are Grover horns. And if you'll remember, the horns that were on Candy were all rotted out, and they were letting water just run down in the cab. And I was trying to find replacements. The Grover website's been down for a couple of months, and I was trying to find replacement pieces. And oh, cool! Jessica has brought me the insides of Candy's horns, and if you can see down into the inside of that horn, you see it's all rotted out from water sitting in it. And, you know, it didn't work, and it was leaking inside, and so I took them off, and I was just going to eliminate the roof horns, but I don't want to do that. So I searched around. I found these. These are not in excellent condition, but they're not rotted out on the inside. And so I think I can clean these up, get these mounted on the roof with new gaskets, and then I'll have horns on Candy, and that'll be nice. And I can put the headliner back in. I've been wanting to get that done, so I get the headliner in. And that truck has some air problems, so I need to get the air problems fixed, that super touchy brake fixed, adjust the clutch, and then get the heat and AC working in the truck, and then that thing's ready to go on the road. All right, what we got here? So many Amazon packages. I don't know what I would do without Amazon. You know, couple of things about Amazon is, and some people don't like Amazon, but you know, you find something you need, and you're out on the road working or whatever, you can just pop on one place, Amazon.com, and you can order tools or accessories, whatever kind of things you might need, and it'll be just sitting at your house waiting for you to get there. And this is if you've watched the Marla series, when we did the axles on Marla, It actually has cones, locking cones, centering cones, whatever. They're just cones that go over the studs and they center the axle, and you tighten the nut on there. And those cones are super hard to get out without one of these. This is just an OTC axle stud cone pliers. And it's supposed to make it easier to get those things off. We'll see. But it was cheap, so I got one. And I just happened to stumble upon it. You know, the internet spies on you. And it advertises to you, and people think it's annoying. But if you have a bad memory like I do, and you can't always keep straight what it is that you're looking for, it's nice when it sends you an advertisement for something that you talked about in the past. This just goes along with the horns for Candy. It's just a new air valve. It's cheap, but it's cheap, but Candy needs one, so there we go. If you've watched some of the latest videos on the Cummins engine and stuff, you'll know that I lost somehow I've misplaced, probably threw in the trash, a flank drive snap-on 9/16 wrench. And I do have a snap-on guy. The problem is he comes on Wednesdays, and I never remember that I need the snap-on guy. And so I don't call him to show up. And then I get to where I need a tool, and I don't have it. And I was on my way to work, and I'm like, dang, I didn't call a snap-on guy. So I just popped on eBay and ordered one. It's like 45 bucks for a wrench. It seems ridiculous, but it matches my set, so there we go. Now what'll happen is, since I got this wrench today, I'll go out to the shop and I'll see the wrench laying on the forklift or something, and then I'll have two. Let's see, this, I'm assuming, this is also from Amazon. I'm assuming this is new roof lights for Marla. Marla is number one up on the list today and tomorrow. I'm going to get the roof lights changed. We'll talk more about that. I'm going to get the roof lights changed. Nope, this is not that. This is lock ring and window rubbers. I just bought this same stuff for the Aerodyne glass on Marla, and it's the perfect stuff. Actually, Chad Keegan gave me the part number, and so I ordered some, and I had the Aerodyne glass replaced in Marla, and it was the perfect solution. And so I ordered another setup because also today, either today or tomorrow morning, I'm going to take the Aerodyne glass out of Betty and run it to Rome to the glass place, because they're coming Monday to put new Aerodyne glass in the Marmon. And so then we'll switch gears. Monday, Tuesday, we're going to put the new glass in the Aerodyne sleeper, and we're going to put a new sleeper boot in, and window mechanism in the driver's side, and also take the passenger side apart and check that mechanism. It's an air window. Hopefully I can get that working. There's evidence of them having that window taped up for years, so probably won't be working. But we're going to just switch gears for a day or two and get the Marmon sealed up so I can get the tarp off the roof. And there's lots of things in store for the Marmon this week. I don't want to call it the Marmon. There's lots of things in store for Black Betty, and it's going to be a pretty productive week. I got a ton of stuff to do. Sure wish I could find somebody that wanted to work so I could hire someone to help out in the shop. But I guess that's not a thing. Speaking of, oh, look at this stuff. This is something I want to give a shout out to Trucker Style Sean. I don't know if you guys follow his YouTube channel, but Sean's been around for a while. Sean, pretty smart guy when it comes to getting the job done on trucks when something's broke down. And you know, Sean was over and we checked out some stuff on my trucks and checked out his trucks, and we got to talking about the fixing the dashboards. You know, these old Kenworth cab overs, the dash is made out of some crazy plastic that nothing really works well on. And Sean suggested I try getting some ABS plastic sheets and some MEK and creating a plastic, an ABS, if you will, slurry, and then use it to repair the dash. And so I was out flying this last week, and I was thinking about, actually Sean had posted a video, and I was watching his video. I was like, man, I forgot that he suggested I get some plastic sheets and some MEK, so I ordered all that stuff. And these are the ABS sheets, and we'll cut them up into little pieces, and we'll mix them with some MEK in a ball or mason jar, and we'll create a slurry, and then we'll use that slurry. And also the MEK, if you take a paintbrush and you dip it in a little MEK and you brush it on a broken piece of ABS plastic, it will actually chemically start to melt the plastic, and you can put the pieces together and then, you know, blow on the MEK and get it to evaporate, and that'll be like welding. And so I'm not saying that I know what I'm doing. I'm just saying that it seemed like a reasonable suggestion, and Sean seems to know a lot of things about you know, fiberglass and plastic repairs, so we're give it a shot. So hopefully we'll make an attempt at fixing a little bit of dashboard. Let's see, what do we got here? I don't really know what this is. I'm gonna have to open it to find out. Now you guys know I'm not really supposed to use knives because I'm cutting myself all the time, but hopefully. Oh, okay. So you guys have seen me use these before. You know, these used to be super popular, and maybe they still are, but I have not seen any like at Tractor Supply or anything like that. And these are a molded, they call it over molded because you know, it's insulated over the whole thing except for where you would put the battery cables on, and this just joins 4 batteries together. It's a really heavy duty cable, so no more like jumper wire to jumper wire to jumper wire. And I had a set of these. They're really old, and they came with Tricia, and at the time I didn't have the money for 4 batteries in Tricia, so she's only got 3 batteries. So if you notice that when I go to start it, it like catches. It's like and then it spins over and starts. So it needs 4 batteries, and I do will it start videos, and I've always got jumpers from one battery to another. It's kind of annoying, so I decided I was going to clean those old ones up and try them out, and they work good. And so I ordered some more, and these came from delcity.net, delcity.net, and I think they were like $55 or something a piece. Kind of expensive, but you know, they're all sealed, so you don't have to worry about corrosion, and it's pretty cool. So I got some. Let's see what else we got. All right, this is the we already kind of talked about doing the door and the windows on Betty, but this is the parts from. It's funny because this is the parts from Chicago Marmon. And you know, those guys bought out a lot of when Marmon went out of business, they bought a lot of Marmon's stock parts. And so they have a lot of things for Marmon's in stock, you know, and this is a window regulator. Now these things are getting kind of expensive. This box says Volvo, so what I'm assuming is that it's, you know, a Volvo parts that are compatible. But I don't know, maybe they just used a Volvo box, it's hard to say. But this is a window regulator and window crank. Again, these things are salty. So, you know, when you go to start working on your Marmon, prepare to feel violated whenever you order any parts. Nothing against those guys, these parts are super rare. You know, the price is not a reflection on them gouging or anything. I'm just saying that Marmon parts are rare, and you can expect to get into your budget a little bit on every piece that you buy. The guys are super knowledgeable. You call up there and you say, hey, I've got a Marmon and I need this part, and they're like, yep, we got that in stock, or nope, we don't have that in stock, and they look, you know, they get them right out. Super good people. This looks like just a standard window regulator. So when I look at this, it doesn't look any different than any of the other ones I've seen as far as the chain drive. Yeah, I mean, I need it. I probably could have just taken that door panel off and taken that one out and cleaned it up, but I just ordered one. You know, sometimes you need it and you just order it. Do I got anything else? Oh yeah, one more thing. This is going back to Marla. This is part of the roof job I told you we'd talk about in a second. Marla has Hadley square horns. And if you follow the Marla saga, you'll notice that one of the horns is snapped right off up there, and then, you know, the horns don't work. When you pull the chain, it just kind of goes squeal. Nothing else happens. And so I've been looking for, you know, you can buy new horns. If you want to buy new horns, you can spend, you know, $400 a piece on new horns. Or you can wait and shop around and look at eBay and, you know, a bunch of other places. And you can eventually find some brand new old stock horns cheap. And when I say cheap, like $100. And so I found this horn. This is going to replace the driver's side horn. And the passenger side horn is complete, but it doesn't work. And I'm going to be up on the roof anyways, doing the roof lights, which I do not see here. Is there another box somewhere? Oh, I'm going to get upset in a second because I ordered those roof lights before I left, and they were supposed to be here that weekend. There's got to be a box of roof lights somewhere here.
Check for your shipping.
Well, I will, but my hands are kind of busy right now.
Everything goes in that same spot.
Well, so anyway, this should be the same horn that's on there, and hopefully it is. It looks a little bigger, but we're gonna get those. We're gonna get the horns changed. I'm gonna get the one that's up there off and put this one on. This one's brand new. I'll take the pieces. I'll take the pieces of the horn that's up there apart. I'll take the passenger side horn apart, clean it up inside. Yep, they were already here. They were here before I left. Nice. So I do have the hood lights or the roof lights. You know, you start getting parts in, you know, and you forget what's here and what's not here. I've bought many sets of many parts that I thought I didn't have ordered, or they never showed up, and I order new ones. And so these are new roof lights, and you know, I guess you can probably say, oh, James, what are you doing? You bought the cheapest roof lights. They're like $100. They're plastic. They're not, I don't know where you can get nice, real chromed pot metal lights, but you know what's available is $100. They last 4 or 5 years. They're LEDs. Who cares? Their whole job is to look pretty, and they do. So anyways, guys, this is my pile of parts.
What you plan to do?
And what I plan to do with it. And this is just to give you an idea. It's about $900. About $900 for a handful of pieces and a bunch of garbage to throw away. But I'm going to take my horn and I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get after the roof on Marla, because I want to get that closed up, run some wiring, get that panel fixed with my ABS slurry, get some wiring ran up there, get that roof panel put back in. I got that new headliner that I had made, and I'm excited to have that in there. I got to get a little bit of insulation, but I'd like to get that thing wrapped up by tomorrow so I can move that truck out of the way. And yeah, anyway,